guess I'm done smoking.
I guess I'm done.
Pull up my Facebook, my book of
I hit
faith.
the go live, and we're just waiting for the confirmation, and we are live, Chili. And we probably sound a lot better than last week.
I don't know. I got some head stuff going on. I don't know that I sound too great this week.
No, I mean the show in general, because
Okay.
I forgot to plug in the damn uh, mic thing. So it was just you sounded good, but it was I was talking through a microphone that wasn't even plugged in. It was plugged in, but it wasn't plugged into the computer.
So you were using the laptop microphone.
Yes, and it
Smooth.
sounded horrible. And I just realized it the other day.
Smooth. Well, okay. I never go back and listen to our shows, so
I
I
di-
wouldn't know. It's rare that I listen to us. I mean, why would I? But um, not like we were funny the first time.
I don't know. That was a funny show. That's what pissed me off, because that was my Jimmy Kimmel
Your Jimmy
breakdown.
Kimmel rant.
I apologize to Jimmy Kimmel.
No, you don't.
I know. Stephen Colbert's being replaced by that Brian Gumble or whatever.
Not Brian Gumble. Colbert is such a cuck. I would not. It wouldn't bother me to see him go.
Yeah, well, he's gone. CBS already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya.
I'm afraid you're going to have to get rid of all of them. They all suck. They're just
I just
horrible. And you
I
got to
quit
start
watching that
fresh.
stuff. Yeah,
You
I
you
quit
got
watching that stuff years ago.
you got enough funny comedians and everything. You can, them dudes just got too politicized. I'm sorry, no matter
And
what you do, if you let politics in it, it's like a disease. It
well, also they've got a lot more competition these days with a lot of podcasts. There's so many people doing comedians doing podcast stuff. You know, you can watch it anytime you want. You
Yeah,
don't have to,
yeah,
tune in and it's better stuff anymore. And it's the late night thing isn't what it used to be. It used to be you tuned in to, to get the latest on what happened or the latest, humor spin on what happened. And now this guy's just it's like a lot of things. It becomes irrelevant over time and people move on to a new medium and here we are.
yeah, yeah. You're right, and a lot of that, damn it, Evan, we're gonna lose your camera just for a second, because I gotta hit this so I can open a tab that I closed. I apologize, folks. We'll get Evan right back up.
It's all right. Take your time.
No, how the hell do I do that? Oh shit. Oh, there we go. I was like, great. But anyway, so show 193 of the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. We have a chance of snow overnight, Evan.
No way.
Yeah, we do, I swear.
You
On my
I looked at the
mama.
Doppler earlier. I saw something was going, underneath us, which would be you.
Yeah. It might not hit
Snow.
you. I think it's going to maybe. It did look like a wedge.
Oh, there's a little snow coming through at the
Yeah.
end, the tail end of it, and
They said
I
it's
think it's
not
all
going to.
gonna miss us.
Yeah, it's not going to stick to the roads. Probably a little on the grass, a little slushy grass in the morning. Hope you had no. Evan's Easter is this Sunday. Greek Easter.
Yeah, Orthodox. So yeah, we celebrate Passover, not like the the Jewish faith, but we
Okay,
celebrate Passover.
I got you. I got you.
It's hard to explain. It's very confusing, and I've researched it before, and I haven't. I'm not researched it, but uh, it's how the different calendars fall. It's Easter is after It's the first after the first Sunday after the first full moon after the what is the spring solstice? What do they call it? What is the
Summer solstice?
no? You have your summer, your winter, your vernal equinox is your fall. What is the spring solstice or whatever like that? But so, and it's just by a different calendar. There's two different calendars they use, and um, anyway, so yeah, we ours is next week. So yeah, we really didn't do anything. Vicky's son went over to his dad's and did and what did we do her? I think she made cheeseburgers. So very
Man,
not very Easter Sunday here, but
I'm sorry, cheeseburger. There- There's no wrong time for a good. And did you cook them on
that's
the
true.
grill or inside?
We cooked them inside because it was so windy up here. It's kind of cold
Oh,
and yeah,
yeah,
it was really windy. I didn't want to light the grill.
yeah. Man, you got to get you a pellet grill, dude. I'm
Well,
telling
I
you.
don't I don't mind cooking, lighting, throw some coals on there, saucing them up, light them, come back a half hour later, you're ready to cook. It's not a big deal. It was just really windy that night. I don't
Yeah.
like to be out in the wind. It bugs me.
Really?
My skin, yeah, I
Oh,
don't. My
yeah.
skin's just super sensitive, and when I'm out in the wind, and I got scabs around my eyelids and stuff, and kind of oozy, and it just the wind whips my eyes, and I'm like, nope, I'm done with this. It's
Man.
hard to explain. Yeah, I live in a different world.
This dude's an idiot. I'm sorry, man. I clicked on the new. I got to get the tabs up. I'm trying to find. I had everything pulled up. And then when I called you, I thought I moved it over to the side. And then when I let go of my mouse, I was right on the red X. So it closed it all. I
I
had
hate that.
a. So. Um. Remember that Powerball winner, though, that got arrested? He won $167 million. And then he got arrested for fighting and all kinds of shit that night. And well, according to the news, Evan, this guy also broke into a house and stole $12,000.
Why? If he's a lottery winner?
Listen, and I know a lot of our listeners aren't going to know who this is when I say his name, but there is a rapper that just got out of prison like 2-3 months ago. His name is Pooh Shiesty. He's got an ankle monitor on. I think he's from Memphis. So he's in a bad record deal. He doesn't want in anymore. Him and allegedly him and a bunch of buddies take guns and everything, break in the studio, hold a couple people hostage. Well, Evan, if you don't let somebody go and you're holding a gun, that is called what? Kidnapping.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
now he's got gun charges and kidnapping charges. This dude probably had $1 million in cars, just cars.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing?
They don't think things through. I don't understand that. Like some of those football players that do some of the crazy stuff they do. It's like you have millions of dollars. Just don't be stupid. Invest it and live happily ever after.
Yeah, and
And they'll do something crazy.
don't live in your hood. If you grew up in the hood, move away from it. Don't go back because money creates jealousy.
You'll get bled dry. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to have 1,000 cousins and
Yeah. I can't imagine.
so
People
yeah.
come out of the woodwork.
And this dude was an ex-con, Evan, which if it doesn't look like he straightened up his life. Oh, a man who
No.
won Kentucky's $167 million Powerball last year is back in jail after allegedly burglarizing a home in Lexington, and marijuana
That,
possession charges.
oh,
I
yeah.
Marijuana is becoming legal in so many states. I think two of the last ones. I thought Missouri would be one of the last ones. I think it's going to be Indiana and Kentucky. Maybe Tennessee.
I haven't been keeping track. I thought only like 2/3 of the states were legal, but now with the
No, I think after the
with
election, a lot of them.
really, I guess
Yeah,
I quit
it.
paying attention. But his executive order moving it to a Schedule 3 that puts it on the level of aspirin and other over-the-counter stuff. So basically, he federally legalized it. I mean,
Yeah, but state.
wouldn't.
I, they couldn't charge him on a federal level, but they could still charge you on a state level.
Hmm, okay.
So dumb, dumb as hell. I don't care if you smoke weed or if you don't. If you're an adult, you should have the choice. You know?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And I was like wondering, is it even worth mentioning anymore? But no, they're going to mention anything if he was drunk or whatever, and people need to know. So, whatever. No, no, not every weed smoker's perfect. Let's not
No,
kid ourselves.
no, no.
But it
Most,
doesn't make you do crazy psychotic shit most of the
yeah.
time.
Hey, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
tell you
come
what.
on.
A lot of weed smokers are doing it for. I hate to say it, but mental reasons. It's a way of, calming people down so they don't, stab people or shit like that.
Yeah, anxiety, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, you know, I've been partaking since the age of 13. I think I'm pretty cool. I hold down a job, you know, don't do it at work. After
Yeah.
work, that's my thing, man.
Yeah, you're very competent. So what's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, shit. We do one of the top rated podcasts on 7th Street in Springfield. I mean, look at us, dude.
Exactly.
In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb. We are the #1 rated podcast on 7th Street in Springfield.
Okay.
I don't know. I better
I
see.
mean, if that,
There's probably a fucking radio station down there or something. All right, we're #2.
well, if that's not success, I don't know what is.
Yeah, hey man, we're climbing the ladder. We're climbing the
Or the-
ladder.
Yeah, one street at a time. We're taking over the country.
Revealers parade giant penises to dash stigma in Japan's fertility festival.
Oh yeah, they have a crazy thing there where they run around with big penises and stuff.
They do, and we cannot show the picture, but these things are huge. It's about one of them's about 30 foot, and it's got looks like a curtain over it, and
Wow.
it's accurate.
30 foot is accurate to you?
No, I mean the size, the things on the bottom. We got to be careful, Evan. You know,
Gotcha.
they already, cut my they don't let people know when we're live anymore, so just remember folks, Monday
Well,
nights, 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna look and see if I got any notifications. Facebook has been so wonky.
Yeah, no, they ain't wonky. We had a pretty dirty show and we got our hands slapped, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I didn't get a notification today. Facebook was weird. For a while I was getting notifications on anything, and then I started to get notifications on everything. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
yeah, it must have been your potty mouth, Alex.
No, it was the news stories that week, and they all involved like bestiality and shit like that. And it was like I was just reading the news.
It's what the people want.
Yes,
Sorry,
they want to be.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I'm sorry that dude did that to that deer. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I didn't bet him $5.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, there ain't really too much news. That was about
Uh,
it. There was only 3 stories on that one.
mm.
So it's been a quiet week, except in the real life. But we're not here to talk about real life. You get enough of that news. You know, me and Evan could give you our views, which you wouldn't like them.
I do have one question though. You're on TikTok now, right?
I am. I just started a TikTok account not long ago.
Um, have you been watching the Lego AI videos that the Iran is putting out? Have you been seeing these?
No, I haven't. I haven't got to see any of those.
There's like they're coming out daily, and it's a rap diss track with, and it's all what's happening being played out with the Lego people, and they and okay, I'll dig a couple up and send them to you because, like I said, they've been coming out daily, and these are like I just never thought World War III would have a diss track and would be AI driven with with Lego videos. It's just I didn't know if anyone else is seeing this. I wish we had more of a comment section and feedback, but no notifications.
Hmm.
Oh, speaking of notifications, I don't understand this.
Uh oh.
When I'm looking at a reel and I want to forward it, there's usually only a couple people I forward them to, and it's you or Vicky. And in the last couple weeks, when a reel comes up and I go to hit the forward button, you or Vicky is always at the top because you're the most frequent people I talk to.
Right.
The last couple weeks, I can't find you. It's not there. I go all the way, scroll all the way through the list, and it will not show you. And then I have to type in your name, and then it will come up in the list, and I can click on it to send you a video. But you are the only person, and I don't understand in my messenger why you would disappear.
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, I think I got shadow banned. I honestly think I am shadow banned off Facebook.
Something is very strange. I mean, I guess we'll see with viewership and so forth, but yeah,
No,
something
because
may very be weird with your account.
it may be. I don't know. I haven't changed anything, so I don't know. But I mean, as far as the viewership on the page and everything, we're still around 400.
Okay, so we're not getting,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know. Technology and AI, it's frustrating.
now I know they keep wanting me to buy the blue check mark. I keep getting that a lot, and I'm wondering if they kind of throttling the show back and everything else to get me to buy that blue check mark. But I don't give a
which means
shit.
which means what, you're verified or something?
Yeah, and it's like I know who I am.
Well, who else?
I'm already verified, baby.
No, like who else would be taking our podcast and then people will do that for viewers. They take someone else's stuff
Yeah,
and
but
they
usually it's somebody with millions of viewers, not a couple hundred.
exactly.
Boy, you're a shitty scam artist. You do some shit like that.
Yeah, let's crank the viewership by reposting these guys' show
Yeah.
from Central Illinois. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Can I rant for a second though about technology?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Evan's bitch of the day.
Yeah. Okay, so I talked before about there was a guy that went to Walmart, bought something with cash, didn't have his phone on him, and he goes to leave, gets home, and he's got an email from Walmart wanting him to rate his purchase and so forth. Technology's out of control. How's all this stuff linked? We know it's bigger than we think, but and so about a week or two ago, Vicky comes home. She bought a pair of shoes. She goes, she pulls up or TikTok, and about the first thing that pops up on TikTok is an ad for the exact pair of shoes she bought, same
Mm-hmm.
color, everything. And she's like, "What is this? I didn't buy this off TikTok. Why? You agreed to the terms and the conditions." Um, so I'm like, okay, here we are. So a couple days later, she is texting our neighbor down the street, and he in one text he said something about a barber shop, and then like in the next sentence he said something about it's across from the town hall, and that was it. And at the bottom of the text, it was a whole paragraph. There was a little cube, and it said see map. And Vicky's like, what is this? I've never seen this before. She hits it, it opens up her map, and it takes her to, it shows the map to the town hall in Chillicothe. There's barbershop.
Oh,
You,
damn.
sometimes it will show like if somebody writes, tomorrow, or they have a date, it will prompt you to make a calendar entry or something like that, but never has it actually drawn a map, just drawing conclusions based on it. It's not just reading it and scanning words. I mean, we all know they're listening to our phones. We get the
Oh,
ads.
yeah.
You know, they're listening to our phones and our text messages. For the most part, we know they're being stored. But who's really reading and analyzing them? Okay, they're probably scanning them for words. When we were younger, we used to, if you were trying to get the hookup, you texted somebody, "Hey, have you seen Carl Green?" You did, let's talk in code. Nowadays I don't think
I
anybody
forgot.
really gives a
I
shit.
forgot about old Carl Green. That some bitch. I think he still owes me $20.
Yeah. So anyway, this is out of control. So then Vicky and I, a couple days later, we're sitting there in the living room and we're talking about discussing somebody who we know who has cancer, colon cancer.
Mm.
And we're discussing it. And then a couple seconds later, I get a text message. It's from Aetna, my health care network. And it says, common symptoms of colorectal cancer include, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, they're not even hiding this
No,
anymore.
no.
This is overboard insane. It's like somebody sitting in the corner of the room and just constantly like, oh, I'm not paying attention, but they're listening and they're like, and every once in a while interject something like, oh, no, no, that was back in 1978, or something. It's like, oh, but I'm not listening.
What
Holy balls! I mean, this is almost, it's getting to me next level. Like
it
and I
it's
know this is the tip of
it's
the
there.
iceberg.
It's already there. It's already happening. It's the
Well,
Matrix, dude.
well, and I've said before, like we peaked as a society. Your phone already knows what you're going to say before you say it. Knows what you're going to order before you order it. But so anyway, this weekend, Devin's friend Brandon was home. He is in the Air Force, but used to be in cybersecurity, analyzing code, intercepting code, all kinds of stuff like that. And I told him about that, and he's the whole time he's looking at me with that look like I know a whole lot more than you. You're not even scratching the surface.
Yeah.
That kind of look that you give someone. You're like, keep talking, go ahead, keep talking. So I said, you're just looking at me like, it's I'm just getting started. And he said, yeah. And he just looked away, and I'm like, well, I'm right. I mean, and he said, oh yeah, he won't tell me anything. We've had conversations before, and like he'll pick up both of our phones and take them out of the room. I mean, he knows what's going on at a whole lot different level than I do, and he won't say anything. But sometimes people, their actions say enough.
Man, yeah.
But this is just it's such an insane overreach, and I guess we all agree to the terms and
Yeah,
conditions.
you
We
sure
we
do.
hit agree because you can't sit there you'd take you a week to probably go through the fine print of every new phone contract or whatever. You can't. We're screwed. We know it, but
That
like I said, it's like they're not even playing anymore. They're not even trying to pretend it,
no.
and so this leads me to where's all this data going? We hear about all these data centers.
Mm-hmm.
This new one that they're talking about building in Alabama or Georgia, they
There's
said,
no, dude. There's one right in your backyard, right here in Springfield, and a lot of people are fighting it.
I heard about that. The one in Alabama or Georgia, they said that this one would consume the same amount of electricity as twice the homes in the
Yeah,
state.
yeah. And
Two
who's
times all the homes.
do, do you think they're going to pay for that? No, it's going to be the consumer, and that's why people are fighting this because they use god awful amounts of water. And look, you got people saying, "Oh, they recirculate the same water." No, they don't. There's
Mm-mm.
an inlet and an outlet. It's just
and it
like a nuclear reactor. It's
and it
almost
contaminates the
identical.
water.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no, and that's our drinking water 9 times out of 10.
But isn't this insane that we've been preached all this stuff about conserving electricity? Oh, LED light bulbs, and then we're going to build a place to just store worthless data, everybody's texts and videos and photos. And
Yeah.
is this? I guess it's necessary to some people, but the cost of this too. I mean, they want everybody to go to electric cars, but we know the grid can't support it
It,
now.
no.
California, they're like, you can't put your air condition below 80. You're like, huh?
Yeah. You might as well move. And I'm sorry, but Illinois is heading down that lane because we're using all these fucking and we just saw what happens to those big solar fields when a large hailstorm comes through. We
Oh
just
yeah,
saw it, and
yeah.
it's millions of dollars of damage. Well, those people are getting tax incentive. There's a lot of these solar companies that we gave millions of dollars to, and they went and did a bunch of homes and shit. Well, now them people, they're having problems with these panels. They're calling these companies, and they're no longer
Uh
companies.
huh.
They're
Yeah,
closed.
we've looked into it, and it just seems like a scam
Yeah,
around the
it
corner.
is.
They've popped up in our neighborhood. I've over the last couple of years, I see some people with some panels, but other people I know that've looked into it. It smells like a scam real quick,
Man,
and there's a lot of yeah. They get these government money, and it gets embezzled.
look, do I want renewable energy? I sure the fuck do. But we got it. The way those windmills are more harmful to the environment than they are environmental friendly. When those
Yeah.
things start leaking and start leaking hundreds of gallons of hydraulic oil into the ground, which 9 times out of 10, they're in a farmer's field. So you're contaminating oil. You're creating more of an environmental disaster than what you're trying. It don't make any sense.
No. Yeah, it's one of those things. They can't be recycled. They only have so
No.
many years span. So you look at the energy to put up one of those. What it costs to put up one of those windmills, and they have to pour a giant concrete pad. I don't know how many feet deep those things are, but it's a giant concrete cube that
Yeah.
they are sitting on. And you think someday, if there's another reset, we joke about, some civilization someday is going to find these giant concrete blocks in the
And be
ground.
like,
Like,
what? Did
what
they
were they doing?
did they try to build a pyramid and were retarded?
They started the footing and said, "Screw it. What is this about?"
Yeah,
Yeah, some of the things, and the blades can't be recycled. They're a
no.
fiberglass, like plastic, and they can't be readily just ground up and redone. And so they get buried in landfills, and they're huge.
Yeah,
If you've,
huge
if you've
as
ever
hell.
seen one on a semi trailer going down the highway, I mean, they don't, it see something up close is a big difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
And they kill
I
birds, man.
yeah, that too. But yeah, I just wonder where we're heading with some things, and is it idiocracy? It's like what all these windmills out there and all this stuff. Like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, and I mean, there is no way we're going to go to all renewable energy. It just can't. It can't happen. Number one, you are depending on weather.
Hmm.
Weather changes, weather pattern changes. They want to call
Mm.
it global warming. It's been doing this from the beginning. Do I
Yeah.
think there's man made global warming? Hell yeah, I do. Do I think we're affecting,
To such a
because,
great scale?
yeah,
No.
no, not at all. And, you're already seeing land masses move and shit like that. And you're seeing new islands pop out of the ocean. I mean, we're on a fucking ball of fire and
Yeah.
lava, and we're traveling through space. I don't think
But we
we
got to
have.
find a way. We got to find a way to tax people, though.
I
That's
know, and they have. And congratulations, you motherfuckers are bad.
yeah. Here's the new scam.
Yeah,
The yeah, all this the world is changing like it always has, but now we need to tax you for it
look,
because it's your fault.
and if you're a youngster, and I mean in your 20s and 30s listening to us right now and thinking, man, these old people, they don't know what. No, we've heard this from the 70s. First, it was global cooling, then global warming, and now it's climate change. Well, yeah, the
Mm.
climate's always going to change.
Hmm.
There was once forests and rivers that ran through Egypt and all that. Now it's a big desert full of sand. Where do you think that sand came from? Hmm.
Yeah.
Ocean, maybe? I'm just saying. See, here
Yeah.
we go, Evan. Every night we get on a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, it just
These are
we
our
have no idea the
opinions.
history of the history of
No.
the earth, and we really don't know the future of it, or how much we're going to be a part of it. I don't know. Um,
Enjoy your ride while you're here.
it seems to be a lot of people are like, I need to live for today because that some of that future planning, people aren't feeling really good about it, and it's I guess because we don't see things getting anything getting better.
No,
So,
we saw it in look, we saw it during COVID when we pretty much couldn't go outside, you know. Which I'm
mhm.
sorry, the COVID thing to me, the one thing that did not make sense. I'm a garbage man. I was a garbage man. I'm sorry. For 20 years. So I was a garbage man during COVID. Well, they made you wear a mask, but if this shit was so fucking contagious, why didn't they tell you how to dispose of that mask? And why wasn't there like a burn facility opened up?
Mm.
And, because you just buried a bunch of fucking germs in a landfill.
Yeah, I don't want to get back to the whole COVID thing, but it was an
It was,
and conspiracy, but it was an absolute overreach, and it was uh, okay. I feel it was to see how far we could push the people,
yeah. I think that
uh,
were,
all the way down to lines on the floor in the grocery stores. It was how far? Well, how much will these people buy into? How much will they line up to get a worthless shot? How much are they going to put this muzzle on their face? Man, I had to do that for like 2 years. It's I don't know how long that went on at work. It was a year or so
it
that
was horrible. Have to get your
you're out there in the
temperature.
heat
Yeah.
and coming inside from being outside, you wear glasses, and as soon as you walk into a building, you're wearing a mask, and your glasses fog up, and it's just wearing safety glasses and a mask was just not fun.
No, it was horrible. And then we find out that, the 6 feet rule and everything. Well, that wasn't based on science. That's just what they wanted to do.
No, Folky made it up. He admitted and on trial that was just a number they came up with. It was not based in anything at all.
The funny thing to me about that whole situation is when he got a presidential pardon. It was like,
nothing says you're innocent as
Yeah,
fuck like a presidential pardon.
I mean, come on. What? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get deep into this one because I could, and it would be good. So, anyway,
Yeah.
like I said, I think it was a giant overreach, and we're seeing the results today.
Oh, yeah. The results is, and I I saw a post from 3 years ago, and I said, I don't know what it was. It must have been during the Bud Light thing. I said, quit worrying about a beer can and look what the U.S. dollar is doing on the market, the world market right now. And it tanked. And that's when they were giving all them $2,000 checks and everything. And hey, I ain't gonna lie, I cashed my check. I probably bought weed with it.
Way to do your part.
I did. But hey, I paid taxes, so I figured, shit, I'm just going to pay that right back.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, we do got a bozo of the day. We were talking about Iran. This guy comes from Florida. It seems our bozo did some research online and located an active Iranian embassy. It says, so did he try to negotiate a ceasefire in the current war? Nope. Maybe try to get both sides talking about a de-escalation. Nah. Offer his mother-in-law in exchange for 2 American hostages held overseas. Yes. But he wasn't willing to do a straight-up trade. He wanted the Iranians to sweeten the deal by throwing in a $400 to $600 gift card from the Home Depot.
He's really bargaining with his mother-in-law. Oh my lord.
Not sure how the word got back to U.S. authorities, Evan, but the Fed showed up at his door last week. His first
no deal, huh?
His first words for them was, have you heard back yet? At this point, he's not been charged with the crime, but we advise that he obtain a good divorce attorney as soon as possible. Here's a funny I wonder if he even knew the hostages, or he was just like, hey, I don't know these 2 dudes, but I bet you they're cool.
Yeah, better than my mother-in-law. Huh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's a rough one.
It is. Oh. So there you go. There's your bozo criminal of the day. Even though he wasn't charged, I think that's pretty funny. Try to trick.
Yeah, nice try.
Man, I'm so mad I closed that because I know it's not gonna show me. Tiger Woods got another DUI.
This is not his. It's a second DUI and third car crash,
Yeah, that dude just
second time he's rolled a vehicle.
If you're Tiger, if you're listening, I don't know, Evan. He may be a huge fan of the AlfromDtown&Chili442 Show. If you're listening, Tiger, you got enough money, just get you a driver. Just get you a driver. That's all you need. Buy you a nice Rolls Royce Phantom. Make him get out. Get a white dude. Make him wear the fucking cap and everything. Quit driving, Tiger. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be drinking and driving. But
I don't think he was drinking. I think
I
he
thought
was
he.
on. No, I think he was on pain pills.
Oh, enough to roll his vehicle. Wow.
Look, dude, I'm telling you what. I took a half. Oh, I don't know. When was this? This was a couple months ago. I took a half a like a muscle relaxer. Dude, I slept all fucking day.
Tell
I
me what it was, because I haven't found any that are any good.
when when I tell people they're good, a Flexerol.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was Claudia said they found pills in his pocket. Yeah, he's had a couple back surgeries, so he probably pops him some bitches like candy. You know, cause he what? How old is Tiger? Tiger ain't very old, is he?
Uh, I'll look right here.
50 years old. So yeah, I mean, and his back is gone. I'm not making excuses for the dude, but
That's
I'm gonna say back pain. I understand, but you ought to be smart enough not to drive
yeah,
because you're
yeah.
putting, you're not just putting yourself at risk. You're putting others at risk. Don't be a selfish douche waffle.
Yeah, don't drive impaired.
Yeah. Now I wonder if that'll get us unbanned since we're sending a pro message of don't drive while you're on pills, boys and girls.
They got a potty mouth, but the one good PSA. So we'll just we'll wipe the slate clean. You
I
know.
think they should do that. And Britney Spears is going nuts again.
Oh no, poor Brittany.
I know. Leave Britney alone.
Really, that girl's she's she's had a rough go. I feel sorry for her.
She has. And man, that's most of them child stars, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I hate to say it. And, it's sad what the parents do. The parents get a taste of that money. And I'm sorry, if my kids were rich, I probably done the same thing. No.
Just, just Hollywood, the entertainment industry. It is. I mean, we're starting to see all this
Yeah, you are.
with the files coming out, but with Weinstein before this and everything, it is really that's a toxic environment, and for a kid to grow up in and be an adult in, and everyone trying to take advantage of you. I can understand. It's like, how would you not go nuts? Nobody is prepared for this in life. This kind of fame and attention and everything else that comes with it. I wouldn't want any part of it. You know, I mean, when we're younger, we always thought, "Oh, I want to be a big rock star and this and that." No,
No, you don't. No.
it's really not a life. That to make it big these days, you're a puppet and you're owned, and it's probably not a good life. That's why a lot of them just age bad sometimes.
Well, and I
It's a
think
lot. I think it's a lot of stress on them.
I think we kind of mentioned this last week too. It's an oversaturated market.
Mm-hmm.
It's like podcasts. I know it's kind of weird to slam our own show, but man, we are like the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, there's a podcast for everything. You know, should we find just one certain thing and talk about it? Probably. We'd probably get more viewers, but then you lose some too, you know. I like what we do. We don't have any format. We get on here and do an hour show. Me and Evan,
Yeah.
we do not sit there, hey, I don't send him shit. He doesn't send me shit during the week. We send memes to each other when we're on the shitters. And then we call each other Monday night and, all right, 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
we're going live.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty rare that we actually discuss ahead of time. Say, hey, I'd like to talk about this. I mean, sometimes I will say, I want to bring something up, but yeah, we don't. We no. There's no planning, and if we were to do something that was the same thing, like if it was politics or anything else, did you just have to research it to do a new show on that same subject
every week.
weekly? Yeah, and how boring is that? Yeah, I'd just rather go with the flow and
And I
with
don't
what's happening at the moment, kind of thing.
and I don't care what side of politics you fall on. Even if you're like me and Evan and what um, pretty much dead center. We don't want a bunch of government overreach. Don't want them, spending stupid money on dumb wars and shit like that because we realize that's our money. I'm like, hey, I ain't got enough in my savings to go to war this month. So y'all gonna have to calm that shit down.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter what side you come down, you're gonna piss somebody off. Somebody is gonna get mad.
I think people are slowly waking up that, like we said before, is it two wings of the same kosher bird. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It,
It's
there's a left wing and a right wing, and they're both flying a big turd that is heading right towards you.
yeah, but I think I mean I'm seeing people on the right question the right now. I'm seeing people on the left question the left. And that's progress. And yeah,
It is. I
people
think.
are people are moving towards center. People are starting to see the big picture with what's going on, and I think a lot of people are waking up. It just seems like it, but
Here's
maybe
what it
not.
is. You see the fringe of the left. You see the fringe of the right. Most the other 80% of us are going through life trying to make it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't sit there and I don't go to CNN and I don't go to Fox News and I don't go to MSNBC and just sit there for hours. Oh my God. Fuck that. If you
No.
live your life like that, that is going to be such a horrible life. You are not promised tomorrow. You're guaranteed the time you are here right now. So make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Because that's just too much gloom and doom. I mean, and you're not getting the real straight story anyway.
no.
You're getting what they want you to know today, and not much else.
Yeah.
and they're taking talking points and they're just spinning them slightly right and left and throwing them out there, and it's a waste of time for the most part. You can find out what's going on in the world or whatever other ways these days.
Dude, have you seen and I don't mean that I do mean to get us off this subject. Have you seen Kelly Osbourne?
Oh, yes.
What the fuck?
I she's sick. It's
There's
sad. Her and her
something.
mother, it's not just they've lost some weight. This Ozempic, whatever it does, whatever.
Is that
I
what they're
mean,
on?
yeah, it's Ozempic, and I think she's off of it. But whatever they were doing, she has problems. I mean, she can't. People are like, oh, she needs to gain weight. I don't think she can. She's having major problems, and it's sad.
That is scary.
Um,
Man, that's scary how fast they're losing that weight because I think that's the same shit that God dang it. What's the big fat country dude that's like skinnier than me now?
is it Jelly Roll?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, he's lost a bunch,
Dude,
um,
I
but
think in a few years, oh, I think you're going to see some side effects come out and
yeah, as far as I know, the Osbournes, it was both of them, and they both look similar. But she almost looks like her mom. I mean, yeah, she's sick. It's sad. I feel sorry for him. It's that's not something to mess with.
no.
People need to. I mean, I've lost the last 4 years of my life getting bit by a drug. The stuff that people just up and take without researching, um, what it can do to you, it blows me away now. I mean, it always has. I've always been not anti-drug, but for the most part, anti-pills, and because I recognize our bodies are not made to
No,
be blasted with all these crazy chemicals, pharmaceutical, petroleum chemicals all the time, daily. I just know that that's not good.
no, it's not. It's not. And I'm the same way, Evan. I'm just, um, doctors do not make money by healing people.
No, no,
They
the pharmaceutical industry does. It
no,
wouldn't be there. The whole medical industry.
no. If
No,
they made
it's
one pill that cured like, I don't know,
everything.
yeah, uh, they would not sell it. They would kill the guy that designed that, like the water car that runs on water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Evan, before we get out of here, man, have you ever seen a band? Because I did see this. I know we're kind of away from the lists and everything, but I kind of did see this one and it caught my eye. But have you ever been looked so forward to seeing a band and then you go see them live and they just sucked balls?
Um. So one concert, I just thought it sounded like crap. I saw Def Leppard at Smashing Pumpkins and Def Leppard, and I think in Bloomington. It just sounded like crap. Maybe it was where the seats were, but the whole time I was like, "This just sounds like hell."
Yeah, I tell you what, it might be Bloomington because I tell you what, one of the worst concerts I ever saw for sound was at Bloomington, and it was Ozzy, Typo Negative, and Sepultura,
Mm.
which
Yeah, this was.
Ozzy did not belong with that. It was like, wow, what a weird lineup Ozzy's got, but it
Yeah,
worked.
that is odd.
Yeah.
Have I? But I'm trying to think if there's any band I've ever really wanted to see and then been so absolutely disappointed. Hmm. No, I
Well,
guess not.
well, here's a couple of them. Um, God dang it. What band was he in? Anthony Cletus,
Chili
Red
Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. They said apart from him being mediocre on records already, he's even worse than very pitchy live.
I could see that. People like the surveys come up. Who's the weakest member of a band?
Yeah.
He would he really is. I mean, because the rest of them are really, yeah, fantastic. Huh. That's funny. I've never seen him live. I think I was going 2 years ago, and no, it kind of fell through. I had a broken foot. Hmm.
Axl Rose. Somebody
Oh
says
yeah.
he sounds very much like Mickey Mouse these days, which is going to make me go and find a Guns N' Roses concert when I'm done here. Uh,
Yeah, there's so many of these guys trying to sing that just can't anymore. But
oh yeah,
but
number
but
number
Guns N' Roses was always bad.
number 12. I actually walked out of one of their concerts. I've seen them 3 times. Motley Crue, Vince Neil. During
Uh
Shout
huh.
at the Devil, I got to see them open up for Ozzy in St. Louis. I saw him Theater of Pain up near Chicago. He started his voice cracking and everything, and then I went to Girls, 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 uh, in St. Louis, and it was horrible. He couldn't even finish a song, dude.
I I could see that Motley Crue has always had a reputation for putting on some really shitty shows. I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, Motley Crue is consistently a great show to see." No, they go out they play, but no, I've never heard anyone brag about them, and I've heard a lot of hate against them. Yeah, I could see them being on that list.
Uh-oh, I can't believe this one made the list. We're going to make some people upset, all you Swifties. Taylor Swift is on the list, Evan. It
Oh, I thought her concerts were like
it
phenomenal.
Here's what it says. She's okay. I think she's doing too much. She sounds good, just her and a guitar. Would love a tour where she quits the dance routine. She is a terrible dancer.
Well, she's got to do something because she's not much of a singer anyway. I
I
think
don't
she's got, I
know.
think she's got an octave and a half range, which is probably about a half of octave more than my butt. I mean, really, that's not a lot. I think a lot of singers, like maybe is it Maynard has a 3 or 4 octave range, and
Yeah.
I think Steven Tyler was maybe I don't know, and not Steven Tyler's Stephen Perry. Anyway, there's some people have a magnificent range, and so all her stuff is written for her and her range. She doesn't have a major voice, and so you got to throw in the dance routine. I don't know.
Yeah. Number 9 is
Eh,
Blink 182. Never was a
Yuck.
real big fan of those guys.
Mm-mm.
David
No.
Lee Roth. I've never
Oh,
seen him live, but I heard that. Well,
I,
I think that's going to be like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He dances around and jumps and all that shit.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a clip recently of him at a concert, and he was doing an old Van Halen song, and I couldn't tell what the song was until the backup singer started doing the like chorus. Oh, this is the song. You couldn't understand. It was horrible. And just stop it. You have money.
Ooh, Smashing Pumpkins are on there.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that. Like I said, they sounded like shit when I saw them years ago.
I don't know about this, man. This says Rob Zombie. I'm gonna tell you what. I saw Rob Zombie at well, it was White Zombie then. Um, I saw them at Ozfest. They tore that place down, dude.
I've never seen him, but my buddy down in Florida would go see him frequently. He must tour a lot down in Florida. He loves them. Go see him all the time.
Number one on the list. It is so good to be vindified after all these years of thinking this. Bob Dylan.
What do you mean live? His albums, his voice is horrible. He's a good songwriter, but he's
Yeah, don't quit
not a
singing.
performer.
Quit singing, Bob. Oh, he did.
Yeah, everybody t- everybody takes his songs and does so much better.
Oh, Evan, show 193 is
It's,
officially in the books.
well, all right.
Tell these beautiful people goodbye. We'll get out of here until next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right. Well, people, thanks for joining us tonight. Mark your calendar because you don't get any notifications apparently. But
Yeah.
we'll be we'll be back next week, Monday at 8 o'clock. Enjoy your week. I think we got some couple 70-degree days coming.
Looks like a
It's gonna be
little
nice.
rain, but we need
Yeah,
the rain. That's all right.
yeah. We'll take it.
Guys, we love you. Show 193 done. We'll see you next week for 194. We're getting closer to that 200 show. I'm going to head up north, hang out with my homeboy Chili, and we're going to do a live show for you. Show 200 or around there, it might. We'll see. Shit happens, so, but we're going to shoot for that. But I don't think we're going to make it before there is going to be a week in May that I won't be here because of I don't know, did we do one when I was at school one time?
I
I think we
I
did.
don't think so. Did we?
I think we did. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I don't know. I don't want to drag all this shit to Columbus.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Anyway, guys, peace. We love you. Be good to one another. And remember, you dig the show, tell your friends, tell your family. You might not want to tell your family. Tell your friends. Your family might have you institutionalized because all you wanted was a Pepsi. Peace, guys. We're out.
Later.